Hello and welcome. My name is Jordan Anderson and this is NPTV, or Nonprofit Television. And today we are back at Knoll Golf Club West in Boonton, New Jersey, celebrating the Fighting Children's Cancer Foundation Comedy Night. We have a bunch of acts lined up and some great food, a tricky tray, and a few interviews with awesome chair members. So stay tuned. We have a headliner of Kevin Dombrowski, and it's going to be an awesome night. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back. My name is Jordan and I'm here with Greg Porcino, who is a very special guest. I talked with you a little bit in November because we celebrated the Fighting Children's Cancer Foundation annual gala, and today we are in Boonton doing a different event for the Fighting Children's Cancer Foundation. Can you tell me about it?
Sure. It's our comedy night. Mm-hmm. And we decided this year to have a comedy night in North Jersey, because we have one in March in South Jersey. So we said, the South Jersey is so successful that we thought we'd do one in North Jersey.
Awesome. And as the president of the foundation, what gave you the idea to do a comedy night?
Because of our success in South Jersey. Yeah, that's really why we wanted to, start one up here.
Awesome. And so we have a headliner who is going to be Kevin Dombrowski. And do you know him personally?
I know his dad. I have never met Kevin, but I know his dad, Kurt.
Awesome.
I went to high school with Kurt, his father.
Awesome. That's great. And I'm looking really forward to seeing him. I've seen a lot of his work on social media and YouTube videos and everything like that. So I'm very excited to see him in person.
Yeah, so am I.
Yes.
I've never met him. No, I've seen him.
Yes.
Same YouTube and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. That sounds great. But we have an awesome lineup for him, and he brought two other people, right? Two other comics.
Yep.
Yep, and we have an awesome, great lineup we have a buffet, a tricky tray, all to raise money for the event, the foundation.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. So all the money goes to the Fighting Children's Cancer Foundation, and you probably know that we support families when they're going through the difficult times. Mm-hmm. We pay mortgages, we pay rent, utility bills, car payments, car repairs, all the way to, in the worst case scenarios, funeral expenses.
Right. And like I always say, thank you very much for all of the work that you do as a foundation, and we're very excited to be here. So
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thanks, Greg.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm here with Carolyn, who is a guest here at the comedy night. We are located at the Knoll Golf Club West in Boonton, New Jersey, and Patrice I was talking to a little bit. So how do you know her? How do you know about the foundation?
So our children grew up together, and we were very close. She has 3 children, I have 3 children. She has 2 boys and a girl, I have 2 boys and a girl.
Yes.
So we got very close that way. Her youngest son, Vincent, is the one who came down with cancer. And the Fighting Children's Cancer Foundation helped him out a lot. And Patrice always wanted to pay it back, after being in such a long time, and it's troublesome in the hospital, the treatments and things like that.
Definitely.
And they helped her out immensely. So she did like a massive tricky tray for the longest time, and then of course COVID hit, so we couldn't do that anymore. So this is kind of the big thing that we've been doing now. This is the first big event that we've had since that.
Yes.
They do golf outings also for fundraisers.
Yes, yeah, we were just talking to the president, Greg Porcino.
Yes.
We just did like a promo with him for their upcoming golf tournament, which is very exciting.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so, but yeah, Vincent's very special. He's a beautiful young man now, and it was a hard time, and we were together, best friends going through it, so it's nice,
So your family is best friends with her family, would you say?
Yes,
Okay.
the kids, us, but yeah, it's fun. But Children Fighting Cancer Foundation, it's a great foundation. It helps parents, when children are in need, and it comes at a special time when it's a hard time when your child's diagnosed, and
it says something more about your position, because you weren't directly affected by it, but you're still there to support your friends.
Yes, absolutely, yeah, 100%. We would do anything for them. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Well, thank you very much. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Of course. Are you a member of the foundation?
I am, and I'm on the committee for this event too. So
great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
It turned out well, so we're hopeful that we're gonna, get some money to raise for the Children Fighting Cancer Foundation and help some families out there. And if anybody's there that can help out, we would appreciate it immensely.
Yeah. Thank you. Hi, we are back, and this is NPTV. I'm here with Melon and Linda. Hi, how are you guys today?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. I was talking to you guys a little bit about why we're here and what we're doing. At the comedy night for FCCF, we are supporting the Fighting Children's Cancer Foundation, and I want to know a little bit about how you guys heard about the event or how you know about the foundation.
Well, I actually heard about the event on Facebook and thought it would be a fun night with friends. I know 2 of the women on the committee who have children who have survived cancer.
Wow,
and
yeah.
I thought it would be good to come out and support them as well.
So do you know them personally?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So I'm glad that, like, we were talking to someone else before who doesn't have a direct emotional connection to it, but it's good to support, and it's like it brings a community together. Yes,
And
definitely.
anything involving children.
Of course.
You know,
Do you guys have children of your own?
I don't.
No.
I
Okay.
do. I have 4 and a grandson.
Wow, that's awesome. And we were talking to we saw your husbands before too, who are very camera shy, but
yes.
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 Nice.
Yeah, they're not camera ready.
They're not camera ready. Well, you guys are.
We always are.
You always
They're
are.
here, you know.
Right.
Yes. And then I understand that you found out about this event through Facebook as well?
Yeah, through Linda. She told me. I just asked her actually when I got here. I said, "How'd you hear about this?" And she said, "Facebook." And
Yeah.
I said, "Oh," but you know, it was always a good cause. I mean, you know, I was in when she said it was a cancer fundraiser. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
And yeah, do you have an impact with or emotional attachment to not attachment to cancer, but you know what I mean?
I'm a cancer survivor myself. and my
Congratulations.
parents both had cancer. And you know, I have a brother-in-law who has leukemia. But he's in remission for years now. So yeah, I mean, who doesn't have a connection?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But it's nice that everybody comes out and supports it.
Definitely. Yeah, the support is really what this foundation's all about. And
Right.
And why not make it
Yeah.
a fun night too? You know?
of course,
You know,
of
cancer's
course.
no joke, but it doesn't mean you can't laugh sometimes.
Good
Very
point.
well
It's
said.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like that quote.
yeah, it breaks it up, breaks
Yes.
up the reality sometimes.
Yes, exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
definitely. Have you guys seen our headliner tonight, Kevin? Have you seen him
No, we
yet?
have not.
Yes, I've seen a few of his videos. I haven't met him personally, but he's a funny guy.
She's a heckler. Be careful.
You're a heckler.
Well, thank you guys so much for chatting with me today,
course.
and
Thank you.
have a great night.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Hi, I'm here with Jill. Yes, go ahead.
I learned about the organization, I think it was in 2007, and I participated in the golf event and the gala and got on a committee and was asked to join the board in 2009.
Wow.
I've been on the board since then, and I've been active in the fundraising, the gala committee, the giving committee. I actually co-chaired the gala for 6 years,
Yes.
and it's an amazing organization. It's grown, and sorry, Francis came.
Yes.
It's grown, and it's just become a very important part of my life.
Yes.
As a cancer survivor, I understand what a lot of these children are enduring and going through,
Absolutely.
in the families, and being able to help is just such a meaningful part of my life.
Of course. And thank you and congratulations for being a cancer survivor. That's amazing.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you're giving back now too, being a part of FCCF. It's a fantastic organization from what I've learned so far of only working with them for so many
It
months.
really is, not just in terms of what we do for families who are dealing with their child's cancer diagnosis, but
Yeah.
everyone involved in the organization has become a part of a family and is so supportive.
That's important.
And there really isn't anything that I wouldn't do for them. My whole family has been involved, and we will continue our involvement going forward.
That's great. And so thank you. Thank you for your support and everything you do for the foundation.
Thank you.
Yes. Hi, Hi, we're back, and this is Andrea, who happens to be the previous executive director before Robert Medley. How are you today?
Hi, I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well too. So thank you so much for being here. Have you been to the comedy night before?
I have been to comedy nights that they've had in South Jersey, and I'm thrilled that they're having one up here in North Jersey.
Yes, we are in Boonton at the Knoll Golf Club West. It's an awesome venue, and I want to talk to you a little bit about your role in the foundation. What did you do for however many years?
Sure. Thank you again for having me, and I'm really excited to be here. I am the former executive director of the Fighting Children's Cancer Foundation. I worked with the charity for about 10 years, helping these kids and families who need our help.
Yeah, that's awesome. So when did you start working for them?
In 2011.
2011. Okay, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. So did you have like an emotional attachment to the foundation? Like, is there... Yes.
So I'm a social worker by background.
Okay.
And so prior to working at the charity, I was a social worker in a hospital setting, working with kids who were undergoing treatment for cancer in northern New Jersey, and I did that for a long time too. And these kids are amazing, right? Their stories, their fight, their resiliency. So I absolutely loved working with kids in the hospital, and then to come and work with the charity and to help in a different way. It was just so powerful and meaningful, and it's a great group of people that I was thrilled to work with to, again, continue to help kids and families.
No, definitely. And so because you got to see children going through this process, did you actually meet FCCF workers through, or or were you a social worker with them?
So I was a social worker with the hospital, within the hospital setting, and so I would work with the families, again, during their active chemotherapy and radiation treatments. And then I became familiar with the Fighting Children's Cancer Foundation through the work that they do.
Yes. Which hospital did you work with?
Hackensack University Medical Center.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so, I mean, these kids, and they were amazing. And so when the opportunity came again to work with kids and their families and to help them through the charity, it seemed like a natural fit, and I was hooked.
Yes. So what are some of the other kind of events that you've done with FCCF, like that you hosted?
FCCF, it's all about community and engaging with people. The idea that if everybody does something together, we can do great things.
Yes.
So the charity has a gala. There's a gala that's
the annual gala in November. Yes, we went to that one in 2024.
You did? Okay.
Yes.
And then there's golf events. There's a North Jersey golf event and a South Jersey golf event. Now there's this comedy night. There's a South Jersey comedy night.
Yes.
And then there's other things that the charity has done, involving with schools and other people in the community who want to do a charity, to a fundraiser of some kind. And so I've loved working with people in all different ways to help raise awareness and support.
Definitely. Raising awareness is the most important thing. And we've talked to a few people that do not necessarily, they're not members of the foundation here today, but they want to support it because anyone battling with cancer needs support and help, and find ways to sponsor too. Like, how can you help donate to this foundation?
I mean, and that's the thing. This charity, there's, again, every dollar makes a difference.
Yes.
Anything and everything that you can do to support a child with cancer and his or her family has impact. And that's one of the things I love about this charity, is that's where it goes. It's a group of people who are raising awareness and raising funds and helping kids. So whether through it's attending any of the events, through sponsorships of events or sponsorships of families, direct donations, direct contributions, matching contributions through company company platforms.
Yes.
There's so many different ways to help, and it all makes a difference.
Yeah, it all does make a difference. And I want to thank you very much for chatting with me today. Thank you for your previous work with the foundation.
Thank you. No, it's an honor to be here, and I thank you for your time, and thank you to everybody.
All right. Thank you. Hi, we are back at the FCCF Comedy Night, and I'm with James, who is the Sheriff of Morris County. How are you today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Yes, thank you for thank you for being here today.
It's great to be here.
Yes, and I wanted to know a little bit about how you know the foundation, and are you a part of it?
I'm part of it in the fact that my friends got me a little involved in it to come this year. So it's great. You know, the Danzys, Patty Danzy and Anthony Danzy, we called DIT, had experience with the foundation. They're very involved. Their family's very involved as a result of their child having cancer, being very successful, but sort of knew the impact that cancer has on families, on that patient, on the community. So we all got together. That's what we do. We're from Boonton, so that's what we do. We all get together and support each other, and I'm very blessed to have them in my life. They're great people.
Are they a family friend of yours?
They are, forever. I hate to tell you how long. High school.
No, that's
a long time.
No need to tell me how long, but that's great. And I'm glad. I've talked to a lot of other people here too. How it's like maybe they weren't directly affected by this, but they still want to support and help their community and their family friends too.
Sure. Children with cancer, you don't really need to say anything else. Right? That everybody wants to help a child. When people get older, they expect things to happen maybe,
Yes.
But children, there's no one that expects that, no one that should have to endure that.
No.
But I think the impact that this foundation has is great. Because there's a lot of expenses, right? When when someone has cancer and they're in the hospital, you may have a problem making the rent, making your mortgage, utility bills. How about you have to get there? Maybe you can't stay in the room with the child and you have to stay in a hotel, and there's a lot of expenses that go along with that. So and this foundation does a great job in raising money. In doing that thing, it's so needed.
Yes, I agree. And I was, again, talking to others today, and they were all saying that this foundation, all of the workers, all of the board members are all volunteer. And the money that they raise from events like this go directly to the families.
Isn't it great?
It's amazing.
It really is. It is great.
It is great. But I want to thank you for being here today, and tell me a little bit about what you do as a sheriff.
Yeah, I'm the Morris County Sheriff, so my involvement, we're the peacekeeper in the law, right? So there's 21 of us in the state of New Jersey. I'm from Morris County, and we're known for things like legal paperwork we serve and things like that you probably heard of, writs of replevin, all those things, but we're probably best known for providing all the specialized police services in the counties to the police departments, the SWAT team, CSI, the bomb squad, our patrol division. We assist the local police departments, and plus I run a jail that has the Morris, Sussex, and Somerset inmates. So if you ever want to stop by, you can see it.
I don't know if I want to.
Okay, I'll get you out.
Yeah, thanks. Well, I want to thank you again, and I hope you enjoy the night. Have you been to their comedy nights before?
This is my first night. I heard it's going to be awesome.
Yes, Kevin Dombrowski, he's the headliner.
Yeah, I know his father.
Yes.
I know his father. He's a great guy.
Awesome.
So it's great. I'd like to speak, if I could, to the audience.
Absolutely.
It's really a nice feeling when you come into this gala tonight, this fundraiser tonight, and you see people that have gone through tough times with their families, and they all rally. They have that common bond, right? They have that common bond with each other, and everybody rallies and everybody digs in their pocket a little bit for a little extra, and it's just a nice thing to do. So if you get an opportunity to follow this foundation and join and maybe give a donation, it would certainly be well appreciated, and they're wonderful people, and it would be cool to get involved. Tonight there's a comedy night, and so they're having fun too, but it's a real serious side of the fundraising too. It's really well needed, and thank you, and I'm going to get involved from now on. All right, thanks.
Thank you. Hi, we are back, and this is NPTV. I'm here with Anthony Danzy, who is the husband of Patrice Danzy, who happens to be the one of the co-chairs and people that created and are running this comedy night tonight for FCCF. I heard a lot about your son and how you guys kind of joined the foundation. Did they help you with that process? Tell me about it.
Absolutely, they're amazing. It's an amazing organization. I knew the guy, Greg, that ran the.
Yes, the president, Greg Persino.
Yeah,
Yep.
He was a friend of our family's, and it was without him. I don't know. It just was.
Yes, Greg is an awesome guy.
Incredible organization, and that's what prompted us to get involved in this.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, I do understand that your son was diagnosed with cancer at a young age, right?
Yeah.
Yes. What was he diagnosed with?
He was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma,
Okay.
stage 4. So.
Wow. At what age?
2.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was pretty devastating.
I can imagine.
But we went to war. It's basically you're faced with this horrible decision, and we had a lot of support from family and friends, and with the foundation especially, it was incredible.
Yes.
We had to miss a lot of work. And it financially that took a hit. So they kind of filled the gap, and
Yeah, that's what I learned a lot about talking to other people.
oh yeah,
They all of the events that they hold, all of the sponsors, all of that money goes directly to families, right?
absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. And if I were to tell anyone, it's just like open up your wallet, because there's a whole subculture of people out there who are suffering and can't they got enough to worry about with a sick kid. They need help. They just need help, and just give whatever you can. And it's a big.
Yes,
It
and
just
this is
helps
a
so
great foundation.
It is. It's absolutely the
Yes,
best.
I've talked to a lot of families at their annual gala that are children that are unfortunately battling pediatric cancer right now, and I've also heard a lot of success stories, which I believe is what yours is, right?
Luckily we had a success story.
That's great.
Going through treatment with 2.5 years with my son, you meet a lot of these families, you meet a lot of the kids, and you get thrown into this whole subculture, and unfortunately some of them die.
Right. Yes.
And it hits you hard. And it's horrible to watch these families go through this. And I was one of the lucky ones, me and my wife. But
Yes.
some
and
people aren't so lucky, and they need help.
Yes, and
They
that's
absolutely need help.
absolutely, and building awareness, spreading all of the information about other families and stuff. That's
Yeah.
important.
Yep.
Yes. And so, how old is your son now?
He's 25.
Wow.
He's 25. He's doing good.
That's amazing.
Yeah, thank
wow.
God.
Yes, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good. So the foundation, they have 2 golf outings a year, North Jersey, South Jersey. We have a gala in the fall. We have things like this comedy night and just a bunch of other stuff.
How long have you been involved with the foundation? Which year, if you remember?
Over 20 years.
Wow. Congratulations. That's awesome. Yeah.
We have to give back. We were the lucky ones, and it's incumbent upon us to give back.
Awesome. I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I want to thank you very much for talking with me today about your story.
Okay.
Yes. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a building contractor.
Nice. Not a hitman.
No.
What's the name of your company?
Dancy Construction Company.
Oh, so you run it? It's your own? Did you build it?
Me and my brother, yeah.
Awesome.
I started it back in 1980.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. Are you located in North, South Jersey?
We're located right here in Boonton, New Jersey.
In Boonton.
North
Wow.
Jersey, yeah.
Great.
Yep.
Well, I want to thank you again, and I hope you enjoy the night.
Okay.
I've heard that Kevin is a great comedian, so
Oh, yeah.
you'll be sure to be entertained.
We're up for some laughs.
Thank you. Hello, we are back, and this is NPTV. My name is Jordan, and I have a very special guest here who happens to be the star of the night. How are you today, Kevin?
I'm good. Hello. I just, I've had a beard for 4 years, and I shaved an hour before the show, so I'm incredibly insecure. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, and clearly you can tell he's a bit of a comedian. Yes. So we're very thankful that you're here today.
Thanks for
coming
having
out
me.
to support the Fighting Children's Cancer Foundation.
Yes.
And how did they hear about you? How did you hear about them?
You want to know the truth?
Yeah.
My father works here, and he called me and asked if I would do the event. So here we are.
Oh my goodness! And I think the president, Greg Persino, he knows him.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you know
I
Greg
think they
too?
went to school together back in 1910. The end.
That's it, period. Yes, well, thank you very much for doing the event for us.
course.
And I do believe it's a 3-act comedy show, or
It
2
is.
acts,
Yeah.
3-act? Yes.
Yes, I've got a great young comic named Mariel. She's going to be opening up. And then a very mediocre person right before me, because I don't want them to overextend how well I do.
Of course.
And no, Kunal Arora is going to be in between, and then I'll be closing it out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. We're looking so forward to the night, and it's fighting children's cancer is a big deal that we need to spread awareness for. But sometimes it's okay to escape reality and
Sure.
have a few laughs. So I'm looking forward to it. I've seen a lot of your social media and other videos.
I apologize.
So. No worries. No worries.
If there's anything my social media says, it's justice.
Quite the comic, as you can tell, and we're looking forward to it. So thanks, Kevin.
Thanks for having me.
Hello, we are back, and this is NPTV, and I'm here with Mariel, who happens to be our opener tonight for the FCCF, the Fighting Children's Cancer Foundation's comedy night. So, how are you today?
I'm doing great, fantastic, very happy to be here.
Yes. Have you been in front of an audience before? Have you done some stand-up?
So I've been doing stand-up for about 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
This honestly might be my biggest crowd, though. It seems pretty packed in there, so I'm excited.
Are you nervous?
I'm a little nervous. I got a good adrenaline.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. There's a lot of people in there, like 10,000.
Yeah, I'd say I was either 10 or 30K. I couldn't tell. It was somewhere around there.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you work with Kevin like often?
I do. I met Kevin. I TA for a intro to stand-up class with him. So that's how we got connected, and I've learned a lot from taking his class. So I'm excited that he asked me to be here. Open up for him.
Wow, that's so cool. So did you study stand-up in college, or we were just talking about college?
No, I honestly I moved to Manhattan, and I was like, I'm bored. I need a hobby, and I was like, I could probably do stand-up. So I tried it out, and I fell in love with it pretty much immediately.
Oh my gosh!
So.
But it was never your life passion from the beginning.
No, and people some people would be like, "Oh, have you ever thought about doing stand-up?" I was like, "Absolutely not."
Yeah, it's hard sometimes. Like, do you write your own jokes?
Oh yeah, yeah, super hard. But it's very fun, very rewarding sometimes.
Doing great.
Yeah. I took my school. I went to Rider University, which is a small private school by Princeton. It's a Jersey school, and I took a 1-credit course, which was literally only like 2 6-hour classes on Zoom about stand-up.
Oh yeah.
So
wow.
I'd like to say I'm a professional.
Okay. You probably honestly know more than me. That sounds very legit.
No. But I am so looking forward to your performance tonight.
Oh, thank you.
And of course, so I'm looking forward to it. And
thanks.
Yes. Is there another act?
I think so, but he's running a little late.
Okay, so it's a surprise. We don't know who he is. Yeah. So I look so forward to you, and have a good night.
Thanks so much. Are we a pro? I'm assuming we're a pro Tesla crowd. No. Okay. Great. So we can talk some. Cool. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Does everyone here drive a Tesla though? Can't afford it. Can't. You're
so real for that, dude, because I'm about to roast rich people. Thank you. Can't afford it. I hate Cybertrucks. Like, the regular Teslas, whatever, like, I guess you're saving the planet, I don't really care, but the Cybertruck, I hate looking at them, they're such an eyesore, and I hate being reminded that people drive those willingly without a gun to their head. That's insane to me. And I don't even get the point, like, sometimes people try to brag about driving a Cybertruck, and I'm like, is that supposed to impress me? As a female, as a male driving a Cybertruck, is that supposed to, like, turn me on? Because all it makes me want to do is find a guy can find in a Toyota Camry. I would. Sex with poor guys is so much better than sex with rich guys, because sex is the only time where they're not thinking about how poor they are, so I want it to last.
Yeah, I'm from Queens, and Queens it's a you know, you know it, you've been there. You know, it's just where immigrants live because they want to be near the airport. They're like, why not? You know, my dad would watch every plane take off, and I'd watch him watch the planes. And he would just stare into the distance like he was going to watch them land somewhere. And I'd be like, are we headed somewhere? And he was like, yeah, back. I was like, yikes. So my parents, because they came from India to here to chase the American dream, you know, like a lot of other immigrants, because they heard that in America, the streets are paved. That's it.
This is an interesting one. My wife had a scheduled C-section, and it's a little jarring to me because I don't know how the normal procedure went. My oldest kid was born during COVID, and we were also in New York, so I think the operations were a little bit different, right? This one, scheduled C-section, I don't know if any of you have done OBGYN stuff. Have you done that? Do you guys talk? What's happening? You guys were all for your ages, and then all of a sudden you're like, I don't know what that is. This surgery was different because there was a moment where we heard the baby cry, and then the doctor said, do you want to take a picture? And I was, of course I do, right? There's a big emotional moment. I got up above that curtain, and based on the first time, I was expecting like a fully clothed baby. Like a nice, presentable young woman. Do you know what I mean? Ready to meet dad. The first time, they brought the baby around like wine at a restaurant. Do you know what I mean? They were like, and I was like, I think we ordered white. That was a wine joke. Technically, that was a wine joke on this side of the room. I don't know if this speaker's not working, but they're laughing way harder over there, which is weird. It's the same jokes. It's great. You look like you're gonna run for office and you're afraid to laugh at this. So here's what happened. I got above that curtain. Dude, I gotta tell you right now, it was fucking mid-operation, just alien coming out of my wife, which is like they just caught a bass hanging it over the boat. And then he must have seen my face because he was like, what's wrong? And I was like, why would you do that? He's like, well, I was like, clean up before you invite someone over. What's wrong with you guys? Throw the clothes back in the closet. Do you know what I mean? I could see her liver. She thinks I drink too much. Jesus. And then they did something that I thought they only do in movies. They said, do you want to cut the umbilical cord? I was like, get the f away from me. He was like, why? I was like, because I don't work here. Pretty simple. This isn't self-checkout at a grocery store. It's a little bit more complicated. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you went to years of medical school for this, right? One of us, did you see me in class? One of us is a doctor. The other one's hanging by a thread on stage right now. I've not slept in 17 weeks. I have no idea what weighs up. I don't need a pair of scissors to I don't want to know how that feels, to be honest. I don't know what the that thing. You ever cut a cat's nails too short? That's a nightmare. I don't need snip that. I've seen enough Dexter in my life to know. I don't need to know how that feels and then wake up with the thirst for more. Do you know what I mean? Just to sweats attracted to my sister for 4 seasons. I don't need that kind of style. He was like, what do you want? And I was like, I want you to do your job. I want my insurance to cover what it pays for. To be honest, I didn't marry someone with insurance and a job to do yours. You know what I mean? I would have kept operating out of my Kia Soul if that was the case. I want you to finish the job before Luigi does. How about that? That's what I want. Democrats, Republicans.